Hi everyone, thanks for watching this briefing. I'm Ivan Williams, Policy Development Manager, and as many of you know, part of our function is about anticipating what's next when it comes to regulatory developments. So with that in mind, I just wanted to share a presentation that we have recently prepared on the topic of occupational safety and health as a fundamental right. One particular initiative in which IOS has been campaigning for the recognition of occupational safety and health as a fundamental right. It is true that the devastating impact of the COVID-19 pandemic have strengthened global interest and made this a priority on the international labor policy agenda. And this is the reason why we thought this could be a good timing for you all to have a better understanding of what does this means in practice. So please stay tuned for the next 10 minutes. While the protection of workers' safety and health has had a historical and regulatory basis through different ILO conventions and other voluntary standards, as we can see from the slide, that have dealt completely or partially with health and safety working conditions, yet many countries do not have comprehensive national laws covering occupational safety and health, or have poor enforcement of their laws. And there is clearly a need for something else to try to address these deficits globally. And this can be achieved by adding a health and safety work environment to the International Labour Organization's fundamental principles and rights. From our perspective, it is true that IOSH has long advocated for occupational safety and health to be a fundamental right for all workers across the world. This has been done directly or indirectly by highlighting the role of standards such as ISO 45001 and more recently 45003 and the Global Reporting Initiative 403 on occupational safety and health. Through these initiatives and frameworks such as the Vision Zero or the United Nations Global Compact, or through our collaborative work with international bodies such as the ILO or the World Health Organization, we've encouraged or promoted this need to recognize occupational safety and health as a fundamental right. Our narrative has also been resonated in numerous times through different thought pieces, responses to consultations, the production of white papers, such as the one on modern slavery, conference papers, or by hosting roundtables. The ILO Declaration on Fundamental Principles and Rights at Work, adopted back in 1998, commits member states to respect and promote principles and rights in 4 categories, whether or not they have adopted or ratified the relevant conventions. So these categories are freedom of association and effective recognition of the right to collective bargaining, the elimination of forced or compulsory labor, the abolition of child labor, and the elimination of discrimination in respect of employment and occupation. So basically, the existing proposal that is on the agenda would imply including the effective protection of a safe and healthy working environment as a 5th item of the ILO's framework of fundamental principles and rights as work, and giving the same an equal footing to the already previously mentioned fundamental rights. And put simply, the legal implications of the inclusion of safe and healthy working conditions in the ILO's framework will basically entail introducing an additional fundamental right or adopting a new self-standing declaration which addresses exclusively the right to safe and healthy working conditions as a fundamental work. And if successful, this development will lead to the commitment of all members, irrespective of the ratification of any OSH conventions, to promote respect for the principle of safe and healthy working conditions. Or on the other hand, as we can see from the slide, the responsibility of the ILO to help the members through improved technical cooperation. On the other side, it is true that there could be also a delay of this decision, but this is not something that we are expecting as such. In terms of our next steps, I think it's worth noting, and as indicated in the previous slide, the decision for this initiative to succeed will take place in the first week of June this year at the next ILO session. From our perspective, and in the next week and prior to the World Health and Safety Day and the International Workers Memorial Day, we will be publishing our OSH as a fundamental right policy position. And this new development will also have significant impact on all workers, regardless of sector, industry, or country's level of development. It will also have impacts on businesses, policymakers, labor inspectorates, OSH professionals, and trade agreements as companies operating their business in countries under these new agreements might be required to respect or comply with new OSH standards. And it is for that reason that we produce a series of position notes anticipating and predicting some of the impact for key groups of interest. And yeah, these position notes will soon be made publicly available. These are other, some of the initiatives that we might be contributing in the next few months. So please keep an eye of what's coming on in the form of engagement with initiatives such as the next ILO campaign on World Health and Safety Day, contributions to media outlets or such as the OSH magazine or others, webinars, and also basically stimulating the public policy debate and influencing the agenda on this particular topic. Well, so this is all from me. I hope this has been comprehensive. So thanks a lot for tuning in. And well, if you have any doubts or any follow-up comments, please feel free to approach myself or Ruth Wilkinson, our head of health and safety. Take care, everyone. See you. Bye-bye.